So I noticed that the temperatures were quite low last night. So I was actually hoping for a little bit of fog or mist in the morning. And yeah, as you can see behind me, there is a little something in the sky, but I don't know if it's enough for some good photos, you know. It is a little bit atmospheric, but not that much. And on my way here, I drove through a big rainstorm. So I actually thought that this would end up with nothing. So I looked at the weather radar and I actually noticed that the rainstorm was going to pass about 30 minutes before sunrise. So by the time I got here, it had passed, but oh my God. Just look on that side. On the right side it's more of a haze, but on those treetops over there, it actually looks quite promising. I'll walk a little bit further, I can see a little bit through that valley. It's one of those days where the ability to adapt is going to decide if you're going to come home with a nice image or not. So there is a group of crows sitting on top of this tree here right in front of me, and the backdrop there has a really nice forest with all kinds of different colored green trees in it, and it just looks really nice when you focus on those crows and you see this forest in the background with all these colors as a sort of bouquet on the background. So I think a pretty nice, cool shot. Something different. So just a couple of birds, but always nice to do that. And I'm just looking at the sky at the moment, and every now and then a patch of some nice colors is appearing in those clouds, so all isn't lost yet. You know, I still think that there's going to be a nice condition today for photography, you know. The sun still isn't up, it's a couple of minutes before sunrise now, so I think we can manage to get some nice images later on. So let's hope for that. And I've decided to walk back to that foggy forest side, see what I can find there. So while I'm waiting for conditions to improve a little bit here, and I think there is some nice light coming, so I think we will have some nice conditions in about 10 minutes, but it gives me a little opportunity to talk to you about something really personal that I haven't spoken about on this channel before, and I wanted to talk about it earlier, but I just never felt like the right time for me. So I'm just keeping my eye on the clouds here. But the number one question that I get when someone speaks to me on Instagram Messenger, sends me an email, sometimes in the comment section, underneath the videos, on lectures, workshops, I always get the same question, and usually it's the number one question, the first question that comes to mind, and that is, can I live from being a professional landscape photographer? And that's actually quite a difficult question for me to answer, but the honest answer is actually no. Definitely not. I can't live from being a landscape photographer. I didn't win the lottery or anything, so that's usually the next question. How do I live from it? You know, do I have a lot of savings to start doing this? So to answer that, we have to go back to 2020, I think, the year that the corona hit. Both of my children, they had a really rough start at life with hospitals, intensive cares, breathing machines. It wasn't nice. So it was a really rough period for me. And it did something mentally. Having a really stressful job, I had an honest job at a car dealership like anyone else, but it was really stressful, and it pushed me to the limits of what I could handle, knowing that I had some troubles at home with the children. It just destroyed me mentally. So eventually, after Corona hit, a couple of my colleagues were fired, and I didn't see any other solution than to call in sick, and I was depressed, burned out. I don't know, I've been called a lot of things, but at least I just couldn't continue like I did at that moment. So luckily both of my children are doing really good at the moment, so they came through really nicely. But having such small children, it does something to you in your head. But to put the cherry on the pie, when my second child was just out of the hospital after being in intensive care for a couple of weeks, I was just diagnosed with a connective tissue disease. So I came to a cardiologist, and the point was that my main aorta, so the vein that's coming from my heart, it's much wider than a normal human being should have. And what that actually means is that I have a very high risk of having an aneurysm. So am I in any pain? No, absolutely not. I don't feel anything about it, except for a mental thing, you know. It does something to your brain, knowing that you're some kind of time bomb walking around, but I can't see the detonator. Only the cardiologist can see it, so they scan me regularly to see the growth, to see the risks. But conditions are starting to look good here actually, but they keep me under control, and I just totally trust them. So, you know, at this moment the risk of walking on is less than doing the surgery, but at some point when it grows further it might change, and the risk of surgery is lower than walking on. So eventually I'm gonna have to have some big surgery that takes me out for 6 months, 12 months, I don't know. If I even come through the surgery, that's another question, but I don't want to think about that. But it's that's actually the situation at the moment. So the cardiologist just told me no more stress, no lifting of heavy stuff. So that's actually it. So after he diagnosed me with that, I was already at home with a burnout, depression. Well, you can imagine, it destroyed me. It absolutely destroyed me. And I found some sort of relief in going out into nature, and I picked up my camera, went to do more photography, and it relaxed me, and somehow it got me through this rough period. And then I decided, hey, let's make little movies of this. So I started recording this, making videos, and eventually posting them on YouTube, and that's what I've been doing now for 2.5 years, something. Conditions are really starting to look good here, so I'm gonna wrap up this story. But eventually I got fired, or I don't know, my job stopped. They didn't have a suitable position for me, without any stress, without any intensive labor that I was able to do. So that's the whole honest story actually. And in the Netherlands we have a really good social system, and so they declared me unfit for work, and because I have that declaration, I don't know how you call it, but the government is paying my salary. Actually, that's the whole story. So for chronically ill people, someone that has a disease like me, we have this system. What I earn with my videos, with my lectures, with my workshops, with selling prints, so everything I do, that money goes back to the government. So I actually don't earn any more or less if I do more or less, if that makes any sense. I just have to return it to them. But they are actually giving me the money to support my family. And right now, I think it's about 50-50 about what I give them back and what I need from them. But I think in about 2-3 years, if this channel keeps growing like it did. So thank you all for the support. I really mean it. So without you, I wasn't able to do this at all. I wouldn't have believed in it. But at the moment, I am starting to believe that I can eventually survive without support from my government and only based on what I do here today. So yeah, thank you for that. So please share this. I can use a little support here. So please share my video if you want to. Yeah, I would really appreciate that. So let's wrap up the story and go and photograph, because look behind me here. Absolute crazy conditions at the moment with the sun coming through. So I'm quickly gonna take a couple of shots here with Big Bertha. That's still on. I had it on for a shot earlier on, but so look at me, just telling you that I'm not allowed to have any stress, and I'm running around here like a headless chicken. But to be honest, this isn't stress, you know, this is pure excitement, you know. Really nice, especially when I didn't expect it anymore. So I'm walking to the top of this hill because it looks like the fog is really appearing in this valley over here. So yeah, let's quickly head over there. Well, I was just walking over here. Look at this tree on the right with that beautiful sky and that foggy backdrop, the path leading towards it. Really nice shot. So I took a quick shot and I'm gonna continue. You know, it's moments like this that I really feel like I have the best job in the world, you know. Amazing conditions. So I don't know if I caught it in a photo. I took a couple of quick snapshots here. There is some fog just rolling around in patches through all these hills. So I'm trying to wait until some trees are isolated, take quick shots. Then there's another patch appearing somewhere else. So it just seems like that this fog is just appearing out of nowhere, you know. Every now and then, now there's a big patch on top of that hill. There were just two patches down here. But every time the light hits, immediately the fog appears. It has everything to do with the temperature going up in very local, specific areas. But this is what I love, you know. This is why I love landscape photography. Being out here, enjoying it, forgetting about all that shit, about your health issues, about everything, you know, just enjoying this for as long as it takes. So yeah, once again, I really appreciate your support over the past 2.5 years, and don't forget, if this is the first time you're watching, please push the subscribe button underneath this video. You will massively help this channel and yeah, even change my life, you know. This channel definitely changed my life, and in somehow it also keeps me alive, you know. You keep me alive, you know, that's it. That's actually the honest answer. Imagine me not being able to do this, having to have some kind of stressful job, making my health issues even worse. Yeah, there's no one waiting for that, I think. So yeah, thank you.
This old habit's got a hold on me, won't let go of me. This old habit's got a grip on me, won't set me free, won't leave me be. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. I can't shake it, I can't break it, I can't get away from you, you pull me in. You're sweeter
So here I am talking to you that I have the best job in the world, and then this man comes walking over here with the camera, binoculars, and we were chatting a little bit. And I didn't even know that it existed, but he was a professional wildlife and bird counter. You know, he just walks out here. He is allowed to walk everywhere, off the paths, before sunrise, after sunset, only to count animals. You know, how good is that? What's that for a job? I didn't even know it existed. Wow. So really nice, and he spotted me really early. So he said, "You were early today." I said, "Yeah, I'm a professional landscape photographer." So that was quite funny. We both thought we had the best job in the world. So yeah, really good, really good. But to be honest, I was just taking a shot over here. On the far horizon there are a couple of windmills. I'm normally not that interested in photos with some human elements in it, and I always try to leave them out. But this looks really nice with all these layers and different colors of trees in the bottom, a little bit of haze, a bit of hills, and then those windmills in that beautiful red sky on the horizon. So let me try to show you on the back of the camera. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's have a look. So this is the shot. You can see all these layers down here, and then those two windmills in the center on top in that red sky. It's really far away, so this is shot with the 150 to 400 at the moment. But absolutely amazing shot. And there's another one on the left side that I haven't really figured out yet how to photograph it. So let me try to show you this one. I think it will be something like this. So you have these three green trees, and the rest is all equal shaped heather balls. Yeah, maybe this shot is nice when the heather is in bloom, because then you will have purple with green. Probably be a little bit of a different color green in that season, but I'll remember that spot. So yeah, I'm actually not that disappointed with the shots today. I couldn't show you every image when that fog was going over here, but I think I have some really nice images. Yeah, pretty excited. So the fog is gone, at least in this valley. So I might be walking a little bit further to see what more I can find. So let me show you these images first, and then I'm heading off and see if I can find yeah, something more interesting. So I think this is the end of today's video. There are some dark clouds rolling over. I just checked the weather radar, and there is some rain gonna come over here in about half an hour. And it isn't gonna be any better than what I already shot this morning. So I think there's no use of getting some wet clothes here. So I'm going back to the car, and hopefully those images worked out that you've seen. I didn't expect anything anymore until that light happened and those four clouds rolled over. So hopefully I was able to catch a couple of nice images here this morning. Yeah, it would be nice. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget, please push that subscribe button. Like I said, you know, this is my life, and yeah, I'm just very happy doing it. So I hope that I can keep doing it. So please share this video or share my channel or whatever you can do if you want to support me. It's highly appreciated. So thanks for watching. Please push the thumbs up button, leave a comment, and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye.